Hi, welcome to Story Time with Gigi. Today we're going to be reading a little golden book called Solo, a Star Wars story. I love Star Wars. This was adapted by Barbara Winthrop and illustrated by Pilot Studio. And of course, the copyright is the Lucasfilm Limited, all rights reserved, published in the United States by Golden Books. There was once a young man named Han Solo who lived on the planet Corellia. Han worked for a worm-like gangster named Lady Proxima, but he longed to escape and fly among the stars. So he stole a speeder and some valuable fuel called coaxium, but he couldn't leave the planet without his best friend, Kira. Han had to rescue Kira from Lady Proxima's dark, watery den. He didn't have a blaster, but he had a plan and a rock. Smash! Han shattered a window and sunlight streamed into the den, causing the evil Lady Proxima to dive underwater. Han and Kira raced toward the local spaceport, but just when it seemed that they were going to get away, Kira was captured by Lady Proxima's guards. "Go!" Kira shouted to Han. "Run!" Han was alone and didn't know what to do, so he joined the Imperial Navy to get off Corellia and become a pilot. My gosh. But things didn't go as Han planned. He ended up having to fight for the evil empire as a foot soldier. One day on a muddy battlefield, he met a disguised smuggler named Beckett. The smuggler and his crew were stealing a big ship called the AT Hauler from the Empire. Han asked if he could come along, but Beckett didn't think the young man was up to the challenge. Instead, Beckett told an Imperial commander that Han was trying to run away. "Feed him to the beast," the commander ordered. Han was thrown into a pit with a giant furry creature. I know who that is. Han and Chewbacca worked together to escape. Soon they found Beckett and joined the rest of his crew. Val the smuggler and a four-armed pilot named Rio. Han and Chewbacca's first mission with Beckett's crew was to steal fuel from an Imperial train. But they weren't the only ones trying to rob the Empire's train. The fearsome warrior Enfys Nest and a gang of masked bandits wanted the valuable fuel too. It was time for a fight. Unfortunately, the mission went horribly wrong. Val and Rio didn't make it through the train car holding the fuel. Val and Rio didn't make it through, and the train car holding the fuel crashed into the side of a mountain. Sorry about that. Luckily, Han took control of the AT Hauler and flew Chewbacca and Beckett to safety just in time. But Beckett was in trouble. The fuel was for Dryden Voss, the leader of a gang called Crimson Dawn. Now he, Han, and Chewbacca had to tell Voss they had failed. On board Dryden's fancy ship, Han asked the crime lord to give them another chance. Voss agreed under one condition. They take his top officer with them. It was Kira. Together again, Han and Kira came up with a new plan. They would steal the fuel from the mining planet of Kessel. To complete the mission, they needed a fast ship. Kira knew the perfect one, the Millennium Falcon. He tried to win the falcon from its owner. Han tried to win the falcon from its owner, Londo Calrissian, in a game called Sabacc, but Londo cheated. Kira offered Londo a share in the profits from the stolen fuel. Londo agreed to fly them to Kessel along with his droid co-pilot, L3-37. L3 was the best navigator in the galaxy. She would take the ship safely through a dangerous space storm called the Maelstrom that surrounded Kessel. Soon the Falcon landed on Kessel. Han snuck deep into the Kessel mine. While Han stole the fuel, Chewbacca and L3-37 set some captured Wookiees and droids free. Kira, Londo, Beckett, and the Wookiees held off the mine guards as Han and Chewbacca loaded the fuel onto the Falcon. The team blasted off, but an Imperial Star Destroyer blocked their path. Londo and L3-37 were injured, so Han took the controls and piloted the Falcon on a different route through the Maelstrom. Little did the crew know that a giant beast lived inside the Maelstrom. Yikes! Thinking fast, Han launched the Falcon's escape pod to distract the beast. Then he used a burst of the stolen fuel to zoom away. Han piloted a course for the planet of Savareen to deliver the fuel to Dryden. And there's the escape pod. Yikes! Unfortunately, Enfys Nest's gang was waiting for them. Londo didn't want any more trouble, so he flew away in the Falcon. Han was shocked when Enfys removed her mask, revealing the face of a young woman. Enfys wasn't an enemy. She needed the fuel to fight against Dryden's evil gang in the Empire. Han and Kira wanted to help Enfys, so they tried to trick Dryden, but the crime lord had been warned by Beckett. With no other choice, Kira and Han sprang into action and defeated Dryden. Beckett ran off with all the fuel and took Chewbacca with him. Han went after Beckett to save Chewie. He hoped Kira would meet up with him soon. Instead, Kira pledged her loyalty to Crimson Dawn's leader, Darth Maul. Meanwhile, Han found Beckett. They both drew their blasters, but Han was a little quicker. That's a bad guy. Han gave the fuel to Enfys. To thank him for his help, she gave him one vial of the valuable fuel. With Chewbacca at his side, Han tracked down Londo for another game of Sabacc. "I'm feeling pretty lucky tonight," Han said. Londo wouldn't cheat him out of his prize again. He finally won the Millennium Falcon from Londo. He took his place in the captain's chair with Chewbacca seated beside him. The two friends smiled at the galaxy of possibilities that stretched out before them. And that's our story. And there's some other Star Wars stories produced by Golden Books. I hope you liked it. Make sure you like and subscribe and share with your friends. Bye until next time.